the hidden cost of always being fine, and why emotional numbness isn't real strength. You've become so good at saying I'm fine that even you have started to believe it. You move through your days checking boxes, showing up, smiling on cue, and handling your responsibilities with precision. But somewhere underneath that polished functionality, something vital has gone quiet. What if your ability to keep it together is not emotional maturity at all, but a sophisticated form of emotional disappearance? Today we are confronting a difficult truth. Emotional numbness often masquerades as strength, but it quietly disconnects you from your own life. The same walls you built to survive pain may now be blocking your ability to feel joy, connection, intimacy, and peace. It is time to stop confusing emotional shutdown with resilience and begin the courageous work of feeling again. Many people do not realize they are emotionally numb because numbness does not always feel dramatic. It often feels practical. It looks like functioning well at work while feeling strangely detached from your achievements. It looks like sitting with loved ones but feeling absent in the room. It looks like receiving good news and reacting with a shrug. It looks like surviving life instead of participating in it. Emotional numbness is not always sadness. Sometimes it is simply the absence of emotional color. The highs feel muted, the lows feel distant. You become a spectator in your own experience. And because nothing feels acutely wrong, you convince yourself everything must be okay. But emotional numbness rarely begins as a conscious choice. It usually starts as a brilliant adaptation. At some point in your life, feeling deeply became unsafe. Maybe expressing emotion brought rejection. Maybe vulnerability was punished. Maybe chaos taught you that shutting down was the fastest way to stay functional. Your nervous system learned an elegant survival strategy. If feeling hurts, stop feeling. It was not weakness, it was intelligence. It protected you when you needed protection. The problem is that what once protected you can quietly imprison you. The human nervous system is designed for survival, not fulfillment. When it senses overwhelm, it prioritizes protection. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. But there is another lesser discussed response. Emotional blunting. This is the nervous system lowering the emotional volume to avoid overload. It does not only turn down pain, it turns down everything. Your brain cannot selectively numb heartbreak while preserving wonder. It cannot shut off grief without also muting delight. The same switch that protects you from devastation can disconnect you from joy. This is why so many high-functioning adults secretly feel empty. They have mastered performance but lost access to presence. They know how to achieve but struggle to feel alive. They know how to care for everyone else but cannot identify their own needs. Emotional numbness creates a subtle identity crisis because when you stop feeling your emotions, you gradually stop trusting yourself. Your internal world becomes unfamiliar territory. You begin outsourcing your decisions because you can no longer hear your own inner signals. This creates a dangerous cultural illusion because society often rewards emotional shutdown. We praise people for being strong when they never cry. We celebrate composure even when it is actually suppression. We admire productivity that is built on exhaustion. We tell people to push through when what they need is permission to pause. Somewhere along the way, we started mistaking emotional disconnection for maturity. But real strength is not the absence of feeling. Real strength is the ability to stay connected to yourself while feeling deeply. Real resilience is not emotional avoidance. It is emotional capacity. It is the ability to experience disappointment without collapsing, to feel grief without becoming it, to hold uncertainty without ming it away, to remain present with your emotions instead of fleeing from them. One of the most common signs of emotional numbness is chronic busyness. Constant activity creates enough noise to prevent emotional contact. If you never stop moving, you never have to feel what is waiting in the silence. Many people believe they are ambitious when they are actually avoidant. Their packed schedule is not proof of purpose. It is a shield against stillness. Stillness is threatening because stillness removes distraction. It allows the unprocessed parts of your life to finally speak. Another common sign is intellectualizing everything. Instead of feeling sadness, you analyze it. Instead of feeling fear, you strategize around it. Instead of grieving, you explain your grief. Logic becomes a protective layer. Thought replaces emotion. You become excellent at understanding your feelings without actually experiencing them. You can describe your pain beautifully while remaining completely disconnected from it. People-pleasing is another hidden symptom. When you are emotionally disconnected from yourself, other people's needs become easier to identify than your own. You become externally fluent and internally illiterate. You know exactly how to comfort others, anticipate others, rescue others. But when someone asks what you need, your mind goes blank. Emotional numbness often turns us into experts in everyone else's feelings while making us strangers to our own. Perfectionism can also be a form of emotional anesthesia. If everything looks controlled on the outside, maybe the inside chaos will stay hidden. Perfection creates temporary safety because it offers the illusion of order. But it also becomes exhausting. Maintaining the image of having it together requires enormous energy. Underneath that polished exterior is often profound fear. The fear that if the performance stops, the emotions underneath will flood out all at once. The irony is that emotional numbness usually feels safer than feeling. But safety and aliveness are not the same thing. Numbness protects you from pain, yes, but it also protects you from love. It protects you from rejection, but also from intimacy. It protects you from disappointment, but also from wonder. The cost of numbness is not just what you avoid, it is what you lose. Healing begins with recognizing that your numbness is not a personal failure. It is a nervous system strategy that changes everything. If you stop viewing yourself as broken and start viewing yourself as adaptive, shame begins to dissolve. You stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and begin asking, "What happened that taught me this was necessary?" That shift opens the door to compassion. The first step back to feeling is not intensity, it is safety. You cannot force yourself to feel everything at once. That often re-traumatizes the system. The goal is gentle re-entry. Start by noticing your body. Emotional numbness often disconnects us from physical sensation first. Ask yourself, what do I feel physically right now? Tightness, warmth, pressure, fatigue, tingling, hunger, temperature. Your body is often the bridge back to your emotional world. Practice emotional labeling without judgment. Many adults only know 3 emotional words: good, bad, stressed. Expand your vocabulary. Are you disappointed, restless, lonely, irritated, grateful, tender, ashamed, curious? Naming emotions reduces nervous system threat. Research consistently shows that naming a feeling helps regulate it. What is named becomes less overwhelming. Create small rituals of emotional honesty. Instead of asking, "How was my day?" ask, "What did I feel today?" Instead of, "What did I accomplish?" ask, "What moved me?" Instead of, "What went wrong?" ask, "What needed my attention emotionally?" Tiny questions create new neural pathways. Allow yourself micro moments of vulnerability. You do not need a dramatic emotional breakthrough. Start smaller. Tell a trusted friend, "I've been feeling disconnected lately." Admit, "I actually don't know what I need right now." Say, "That hurt me more than I realized." Emotional reconnection is built through repeated moments of truth. Learn to tolerate emotional discomfort without fixing it immediately. This is crucial. Many people panic when feelings arise because they think emotions demand immediate action. They do not. Sometimes your sadness simply wants to be witnessed. Sometimes your anger wants acknowledgement. Sometimes your fear wants reassurance. Not every feeling is a problem to solve. Some are messages to receive. Rest matters deeply here. Exhaustion and numbness often travel together. A chronically depleted nervous system cannot process emotion well. If you are constantly tired, your emotional world becomes flat. Sleep, hydration, nourishment, movement, these are not side notes. They are biological prerequisites for emotional access. Your mind cannot heal in a body that feels constantly under threat. Boundaries also become essential. Emotional numbness often develops in environments where your needs were repeatedly ignored. Sometimes by others, sometimes by you. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you reinforce internal disconnection. Every time you override your limits, you teach your system that your needs do not matter. Boundaries are not just relational tools. They are acts of self-recognition. And perhaps most importantly, grieve what emotional numbness cost you. Grieve the years spent surviving instead of living. Grieve the relationships where you were physically present but emotionally absent. Grieve the joy you could not feel because you were too armored. Grief is not backward movement, it is integration. It is how we honor what happened so it no longer controls us. As you reconnect, something surprising happens. Life begins to feel riskier, but richer. Music sounds different. Conversations deepen. Food tastes better. Laughter lands more fully. Tears come more easily. You may feel more vulnerable at first because feeling everything again includes pain. But it also includes life. The goal was never to feel only pleasant emotions. The goal was to reclaim your full humanity. Your emotional world is not an inconvenience to manage. It is a guidance system. Your feelings carry information about your needs, values, wounds, and desires. When you numb them, you lose access to your internal compass. When you reconnect, you begin making decisions that actually align with who you are. You stop living from reaction and start living from awareness. You stop performing wellness and begin practicing it. You stop surviving your life and begin inhabiting it. That is what mind care is self-care truly means. It means understanding that tending to your internal world is not indulgent. It is foundational. Your emotional life deserves the same attention you give your schedule, your career, your responsibilities, and your goals. Because no external success can compensate for internal absence. So if you have been the strong one, the reliable one, the fine one, consider this your invitation to lay the armor down, just for a moment. Not because you are weak, but because you are ready. Ready to trade numbness for presence. Ready to exchange survival for connection. Ready to stop disappearing from your own life. You do not need to earn the right to feel. You already have it. And maybe your next evolution is not becoming stronger. Maybe it is becoming softer, more honest, more human, more alive. That is not regression. That is healing. And that healing begins the moment you stop asking, how can I keep functioning? And start asking, what would it look like to truly feel alive again? Mind care is self-care. Protect your peace, honor your inner world. And remember, healing is not about becoming someone new. It is about returning to the parts of yourself you had to leave behind to survive.